Muy buenas tardes, good afternoon. We just came back with Lupe Martinez and a bunch of other folks. We were in the Farm Worker 20th Constitutional Convention, and we had 3,000 people plus there right now with the president. And so he's fired up. I can tell you that, he's fired up. But you know, gosh, here we are in Delano, where 54 years ago, this is where farm workers began. Their efforts, their movement to be able to demonstrate that farm workers are like anybody else in this country, and they deserve to be treated like anybody else in this country. And so as a result, we came here. And when we had to make a decision this time around in terms of who to support for president, there was no choice. Because on the one hand, who did we have? We had walls, we had divisiveness, we had everything that America does not represent. And then we had Secretary Clinton. And we went to Secretary Clinton for many, many times over the years. When farm workers were fighting for a contract at one of the major vegetable farms in Salinas Valley, we asked Secretary Clinton, will you send a letter for these farm workers? They had been fighting for 33 years to get that contract. She sent a letter. A few weeks later, we got a contract with that company. And then when we were fighting for immigration reform, we didn't go to anybody else but, at that time, Senator Clinton. And there was no choice. There was no question in her mind what was the right thing to do. And she knew how important it was that farm workers who feed our nation, who come here to work harder than anyone else does in our country, and who don't have legal status, that they deserve that right, just like anyone else. And so, again, the Secretary came out in support, before anybody else did, for comprehensive immigration reform, and supported farm workers and our rights to have a special education as well. And then recently, we were trying to set up a meeting with her and the farm worker leadership. And you remember when she won Las Vegas primary a few months ago? She, after spoke there, then she flew to Houston, Texas, and she did a rally there. Then she flew all the way back to San Francisco that night, got in at 4 a.m. in the morning, and then at that point, then she decided she was going to come and talk to the farm worker leadership. So she came that morning to meet with us and spent well over an hour, and she treated the workers with all the respect and dignity you could expect. And those workers were so excited at seeing her and hearing her and listening to her answer their questions. They were decided at that moment, right then and there, to endorse Hillary Clinton for our next president of the United States. And so most recently, you may have heard that farm workers are fighting for overtime. Because 78 years ago, when the laws were passed in this country, farm workers were excluded. They don't have the same right that other workers have to be able to have overtime after 8 hours of work. We have to, in this state, work 10 hours. In other states, you can work as many hours as requested, 7 days a week with no overtime pay. So this year, we're working very hard, and we asked Secretary Clinton, would she send a letter to Governor Brown on behalf of farm workers to support overtime? And again, she didn't have to think about it. She immediately sent a letter to Governor Brown, who was with us last night. He acknowledged she got the letter, and as a result, that means a tremendous amount for farm workers being able to get overtime here in this state. So sisters and brothers, I say all of us, we don't have but one choice. We don't have but one choice. And we need to put all of the energy that we have into ensuring that America is the America that we always want to be a part of. that this America continues to be where it's at within our world. That it continues to be the number one, whether we're talking about our economy, whether we're talking how we treat people, whether we're talking about all of us having the same rights, whether we're women, whether we're men, regardless of what color we are. That's what Secretary Clinton is about, and we in the United Farm Workers are going to do everything we possibly can to make sure that she is the next President of the United States. Thank you very much. Cesar.